This week has been eventful. We've seen fuel prices shoot up. NAPCO beneficiaries have been busy protesting and calling on government to pay up delayed allowances. The city has broken jail and it is depreciating against the dollar. But today, we choose to address an issue that has been simmering for a while. 3 years ago, President Akufo-Addo announced the implementation of the new curriculum that would focus on making children confident, innovative, creative thinkers, digitally literate, well-rounded, and patriotic citizens. What a great idea. We all want Ghanaian children to be competitive globally, but after the introduction of the new curriculum for basic schools, government has not been able to supply textbooks. On December 9, 2021, this matter came up in Parliament and Minister for Education Yaw Adutwum explained that there's been a procurement hold-up. He assured us that once relevant procurement processes are exhausted, distribution of the textbooks will begin across all the regions and districts in the country. He was insistent the government is working around the clock to supply textbooks to our basic schools.
Myself as a teacher-in-chief, we are going to classrooms to teach. And therefore, we're going to do everything possible to make sure the textbooks are there. That is why this time I was careful not to give you a date, because I know my colleague will come and quote me. But all that I can assure you of is that we are at a critical stage where the quality assurance is being done so that I don't have a situation where some T's are not crossed and I's are not dotted to get into trouble with my honorable colleague. So, Mr. Speaker, all that I can say is that the final stage is what we have done now, quality assurance.
That was the minister in 2019. We're in February 2022, and still basic schools have no textbooks. Teachers have been creative and are still managing and trying to manage the situation for 3 years. The teachers, they've been complaining. Both NAT and NAGRAT have consistently complained about this matter, but to no avail. So now teachers are using training manuals given to them to impart knowledge to the pupils. But should it get to this level? I mean, is the situation so dire that government cannot provide basic learning materials such as textbooks to pupils? Now, this government introduced free SHS to ensure access. Thankfully, many who hitherto would have been left out are now included. But if by so doing, we are unable to supply textbooks to the basic schools for them to study and qualify to SHS, then we're doing something very, very wrong. I mean, for crying out loud, other countries are sending satellites to space, and we cannot send textbooks to schools. Mr. Education Minister, our humble plea is that you send these textbooks to the basic schools. The sooner the better. Delay and we will all be worse for it. Because really, if the government can afford to fly luxury aircrafts to transact business, then surely we should be able to print simple textbooks for our basic schools.